So I had to bring this back because I did not realize that the Catharsis mask gives you damage even if your shield is hit. I thought that when people were making those builds with the deflector shield and they were using the Catharsis mask with the bulwark gear set, where when you get hit on your shield, it gives you armor regeneration. Those, those OP armor regen builds. I thought it was because since the deflector shield exposes your head, when the elite enemies shoot you in the head, that was what stacked your Catharsis mask vicious cycle buffs. But it's not. The bulwark shield is crazy. Shields in general, because vicious cycle works as such. When taking damage, it doesn't specify that when taking damage to the shield. It says when taking damage, it gives you stacks of weapon damage, 1% up to 30. And then once that's reached, it gives you a purge and heals you, and the heal cloud lasts for 10 seconds. It also removes status effects as well. It's crazy. So I just wanted to do this to show you how insane this was. I had to make a bonus build update for this because originally I was using the punch drunk mask so that I could increase my pistol damage, but I think this is a lot better because you get a whole 30% weapon damage potential on top of the vigilance that you have when being behind a shield. Now, the best thing about a shield build and having vigilance is that you have 100% damage immunity for as long as that shield is up. Because while Catharsis Mask talent Vicious Cycle registers a hit to your shield, prompting the talent, Vigilance does not while hitting your shield, therefore keeping Vigilance up 100% of the time. It's a crazy correlation. The shield is not just for protecting you. It has some crazy correlations with different talents, as you can see. But I was playing a control point, and after I beat the control point, these two rogue agents appeared. And while my drone was dealing with one of them, I was just standing right in front of the other, taking damage to my shield and basically not even trying. And that's another thing. This is a 6-tier skill build that has the formidability of a tank, the damage of a DPS, and the skill efficiency of a tier 6 skill build. It can only be done this way. That's how crazy it is. I'm going to show you build in a second. I already uploaded the original build. If you want to check that out, the link will be in the description and it will be at the end of this video. But man, do I love this concept.
Hostiles guarding location nearby.
It increases the damage each time. Every time I shoot him in the body, the damage goes up. Along with, while I'm taking damage to my shield, you have, wow, you have vicious cycle with the mask. So there's a lot going on here that's in your favor. Look at you guys put the birds out. Two in the same spot. Is that Chunga Grenader guy? Where's he at? Because he could take me out. I don't need him taking me out. Big fella, I'm about to stick my drone on. There he is. There he is. He needs to be taken out quick. He can shoot one of those right behind me and I'll be done. There we go. That's what I mean. Provide a distraction. Make sure I don't get flanked. He already broke his arm. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. This guy. He's These dudes be on the flank like crazy. Oh, we got a healer. How many bosses is in this bounty? Okay, Sergeant Carroll. The Be Fire got that rate of fire buff for one of its exotic attributes or mods. Boom. Wait, didn't she just? How is she still alive? Didn't we just take her out? Oh. Hope she's the last one left. Oh. Alright.
Good work.
Alright, this is what I changed, okay? Obviously, you notice that I have the Catharsis mask. And this is what it does. It has incoming repairs and armor regen to complement the heal that comes from the vicious cycle talent. It says taking damage builds stacks to a cap of 30. Now, remember, as I said, I thought it meant taking damage to your body. I didn't know that if you had a shield out and your shield is taking damage, then this works. You know, that's why I said there are weird things that happens when it comes to exotics in correlation with gear and skills. And this just happens to work in your favor. So it builds stacks up to a cap of 30, and each of them have 1% weapon damage, which gives you 30% weapon damage, 20 to 30, before you can redeem that heal, the purge that it drops, removing all status effects and doubling and dropping a heal cloud. So I replaced the Punch Drunk mask for this. But the Punch Drunk mask gives you the pistol damage that you need, right? 20%. So I didn't want to give it up completely, which is why I got rid of the Empress International from this. Empress International, all it did was give me 10% shield health, which is good, but if you're dealing a lot of damage, you don't need as much shield health. I already have the RNK holster, the Forge, that gives me the 50% shield health, and I also have Motherly Love that gives me another 10% skill health. So I'm pretty good on the shield, also it being a tier 6 shield, because, you know, armor cores, I have one armor core, gives you a stack to the shield. So here it is right here for my shield. So the shield is already tanky enough. You just have to balance it out with the way that you deal damage in order to heal it for yourself. Obviously the Regulus didn't work out well. Plus most of you don't even have the Regulus because you got to go through a whole bunch to get this from the Iron Horse raid, and it's just a ton you got to do. It's a pain to get this weapon. So I think most people have the Liberty anyway, so it's better for the community to make this build. Now, the way that I kept Douglas and Harding is by having this backpack, and this is crazy how Countdown is. I kid you not. As soon as I woke up this morning and I went into Countdown, the first Douglas and Harding piece that dropped was this backpack, and it dropped with vigilance and headshot damage. All I had to do was roll the skill tier on it. It's exactly what I needed. So I'm like, okay, this build update was destined to come out. I mean, there couldn't have been a better sign. And I'm glad that I switched out the Empress International chest piece for this sacrifice, because it's going to give me more damage. The regular glass cannon gives you 25% amplified damage. This gives you 30. And remember, you don't even have to worry about the damage taken at all. You're not going to receive this 60%. I mean, maybe when you get shot from the side, but for the most part, you're not going to take that damage. And if you want to see the full build breakdown, and so I can explain how this works, really, you can go check the link in the description. It'll also be at the end of this video. But this was just a bonus build update to show you what I've changed and made better on this build. Categorically, it's better than the way it was before. It's more tanky. You deal more damage with the Catharsis. I'm not losing out on damage because I have Douglas and Harding, and I'm getting more damage from sacrifice. So you can't lose with this. Let me know what you think about this down below. I appreciate you stopping by and watching to the end. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you're new here. I'll see you in the next one, fam. Be right out.